Parenthood offers a wide range of services, and it has helped me, women, men, and even teenagers nationwide to take better action to caring more about their sexual health. So we need to stop closing down these clinics. By funding Planned Parenthood, we will be able to keep educating teenagers about their sexual health. Women will come in for more contraceptives, and we will keep services such as sexually transmitted infection testing and treatment. So let's get into talking about contraceptives for women. According to Planned Parenthood's 2011 Affiliate Service Census Report, 32% of the services that Planned Parenthood provide are contraceptives. Planned Parenthood will make it even easier for women to get their birth control. So not only that, but Planned Parenthood has a sliding scale fee and other programs for women to be able to afford their birth control. And for those who can't afford their contraceptives, there's other programs. But let's make this clear. Planned Parenthood does not consider abortion a form of contraceptive. 3% of what Planned Parenthood does are abortions, and they're not funded by the government and cannot be funded. But Planned Parenthood, on the other side, has programs like Title X and Minnesota Family Planning that can help cover costs of birth control. And with Obamacare, it will even be more helpful. Now, for once, I found myself in this situation. I had no job, and I couldn't use my mother's insurance, and I needed birth control. So as I was going into Planned Parenthood, I was afraid whether my mom had to find out that I was going to have to use her insurance, and freaking out about how I was going to pay for these services. Yet luckily, they took me in. My visit went great. And as I'm coming out, the receptionist tells me, "Your services today are covered." She said covered, and not only that, they were free. So to know that Planned Parenthood has programs like these is very helpful for women out there that can't afford it. So which goes into my second point, the services like testing and treatment. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in 2011 reported that nearly 20 million new sexually transmitted infections are among people aged 15 to 24. There was an 8% increase in chlamydia since 2010, an increase of 4% in gonorrhea since 2010. And syphilis, the primary and secondary stage, has been steady since 2010 too. These numbers aren't decreasing. But now you see, 41% of what Planned Parenthood does are testing and treatment. Planned Parenthood has these services available to everyone. Their mission is to get as many people through their doors to get help and the support that they need. Yes, we're seeing more numbers rising because of the factors of access to care, our social norms, and lack of education. And by closing Planned Parenthood clinics, could we see these numbers rise even more? In 2011, Planned Parenthood provided nearly 11 million medical services for nearly 3 million people. And now a woman had this to say about Planned Parenthood. "I just found out I have an STD. I rushed here to take care of it. Although extremely embarrassed because I never wanted to get an STD, thank God Planned Parenthood was there. If the personnel here were wonderful. If you have a problem, come here and get it fixed. I highly recommend it. These people are helping more than you can imagine." So that goes to my next point. I mentioned numbers are rising within STIs, and part of that has been because of the lack of education. Now, in the website Planned Parenthood Action, they reported that the United States has the highest teen pregnancy rate among the world's developed nation. Luckily, Planned Parenthood has programs like Teen Council, Que Onda, Monk Stars, and Reach One Teach One that goes out into the community and the schools to educate these teenagers about protection and prevention. Now, there was a research done in 2005 by Catherine and David Hall from the University of Georgia, And they did discover that by teaching a comprehensive sex ed class, they saw a decrease in teen pregnancy, whereas abstinence-only classes had an increase in teenage pregnancy. Now, being in teen council, I was taught many things, and it came in very handy when I was around my friends because I helped many of them get their birth control, get STI screening, get pregnancy tests, and get counseling, and to learn to take better care of their sexual health. Now, if we keep funding Planned Parenthood, we will be able to keep having these services available for adolescents so they'll get help to learn about prevention and protection to decrease the number of teenage pregnancies. And because of the scale fee, we are making it more easy to obtain contraceptives for women. We'll be able to continue to treat and test sexually transmitted infections. So hopefully we can see these numbers start decreasing by 2014. And when Barack Obama spoke at the annual Planned Parenthood Gala, he had this to say: Planned Parenthood isn't going anywhere. It isn't going anywhere today. It isn't going anywhere tomorrow. So he even reassures it. President Barack Obama has been the first president not only to address Planned Parenthood, but has supported all that they have done. By continuing to fund Planned Parenthood, we will see that people are getting the help and support that they need, whether it be contraceptives or getting tests done or treatment, or even getting the educational department to educate the young people of this generation. Planned Parenthood is here to serve the people, to help take good care of their health where it's easier to access and to afford.